Victor Galvan. Yeah. 24/7 mindset. Yeah. 24/7 mindset. Let's go. 24/7 mindset.
And I remember when he came and put everybody together. Now that I was ready, I did not know why he was getting me ready, but I'm fixing to find out how my life was going to change. And I remember that we all like sitting in this casting place wall that we just pour. And he's like, hey, I just want to let everybody know that Victor is going to take over. He's going to be the boss. And some guys that was with him for almost 25, 30 years, they quit right there. They didn't even wait and see why. So they probably found out later why, but so they quit. And there was a lot of new people, new guys that wanted to move up in the company. They're like, hey, they used to call me Hurricane. Hey, Hurricane, we're going to support you, man. You're a great boss, blah, blah, blah. They make me believe all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah. That was probably bullshitting with me. But at the end of the day, I took it serious. And at the end of the day, they was listening to me. I remember when I used to go to their walls, we got these huge walls that we got to pour. And I'm like, hey, I used to climb it. Hey, we got to reinforce it. We got to do it. And they're like, okay, no problem, Hurricane. They knew better. They were good carpenters, better than me and all stuff, but they ended up putting a strong back or a kicker or whatever just to make me happy because I was the boss, supposedly. But in that conversation, finally, Ray said that he was going to die in 3 months. And that's the reason he wanted his son to be in charge, but his son wanted to just be drinking and sometimes don't show up on Mondays, like a typical guy that's not committed, that is committed for his habits, but not for the habit of construction or great leaders. He probably built half of Orlando, but nobody respect him, right? So that's the reason. So 3 months later, he died. So that's where I got all my knowledge from the gentleman, all the support. He believed on me, and I gave all the credit to me, right? But at the end of the day, you got people in your life that is going to tell you, yes, you can do it. And you got people in your life that is going to tell you, no, you can't do it. But it's up to you to figure out which person you're going to listen to, right? So I really listened to Ray, and here I am. So
How old are you? How old are you right there?
16,
You're 16 and running a construction company.
running a crew.
Running a crew.
The construction company was huge.
So how long did you work there for after he died?
I stayed almost 7 more months but before that I got in trouble a lot of times. But I guess we can talk about it. So he would let me borrow his truck, and then one time I'm driving from Magic Kingdom to Universal to check this job, and I'm like a big shot. And I parked the truck, I remember, on the city walk up in the mountain, and I got out of the brand new Dodge Ram. I think it was the first year, 1995, that this Dodge came in. And 1995, 1996, do the math. From 81 to that's tell you how old I was. I think it was 1996. And I forgot it was standard, it was gear shift. I forgot to put it in gear and put the brakes, so I left it in neutral. So I'm walking to see the guys. The truck was kind of following me, and thank God it was a retaining wall and hit the retaining wall. So the first thing, they got to do drug test on this person. We got to check his identification. We got to check everything, because if he was drunk or killed somebody, we're gonna take him to jail, right? But they found out that I was underage, so Universal Studios now is involved. The owners of the company, I create a big problem. They spend almost $100,000 in fees and problems and lawyers and other stuff to be able to, for them not to
Pursue a
not
lawsuit?
pursue lawsuit. So they agreed that as long as I stay out of Universal Studios was fine. So So when I got out, I was scared now. I'm getting so oh, now you got to come in. They didn't grab me, right? But they taken me. So as soon as I'm exiting, now there's Ray. This is before he died, right? So Ray is like, and then now you got Jack and Jerry, the owners of the company with Universal. And I'm like, fuck, I'm done here. But they start laughing. So that gave me more confidence to understand that they trust me, right? So now we're fighting. They let me stay for whatever longer. And then we got the news, he died. So I got it now. They won the case, whatever, but they let me stay. So now I'm going to, they send me to, you know that tilted house that's backwards?
Yes, that's
Wonderworks?
it's on
Wonderworks.
Wonderworks and International Drive. Yeah.
So they sent me there, and the company was finishing that job, so they put me next to the other job they just spent, the Coca-Cola building. If you notice, there's a Coca-Cola
Yep.
little strip mall right there. So that's where I went, and I'm like, nah, I think there's got to be more than that. A little freaking building. I'm like, no. So I got out of there at the age of 16, and I went to explore and see what my options. And then I started working for this company at the age of 16. And there's another story right there. So I always knew I was going to be somebody. I don't know how different, but I knew that I was different. I went and asked for a job, this company, and they're like, no, we're not hiring. And they're actually, oh, if you wait for the boss right there in that trailer, he's going to come in. So I'm like, no, we got to be doing something. Let's go and find. They're like, no, you can't go into the job site. It was a huge job site. It was Timber Creek High School back then, back in East Orlando. So we waited there. I'm like, no, me and my uncle. So now we're like, we need to get hired. So the guy was hiding from us because he didn't want to give his face. He didn't want to tell us no. Everybody already told us no. But me and my uncle were like, fuck this. So we opened the trunk of our car. We got a little machete. So we start cleaning around the trailer. So we start stacking because they had big leaves, big bushes, whatever. They looked like everybody fucking lazy over there. Nobody cleaned it. It was like abandoned. The trailer, the work trailer was abandoned. So we start cleaning, we start organizing, we start cleaning the steps, the ramps, and all that stuff. The guy watching us with the binoculars all the way, this guy Larry. So finally he's like, man, I feel bad, man, but I cannot hire you. I'm like, hey, please, we promise you that we're good. They're like, what do you guys know? We're like, oh, we know this, and this. But we didn't know shit on Tilt-Top. We knew about hardscape, casting place walls, but we didn't know nothing about tilt panels, right? So we're like, we will figure out, just give us opportunity. He gave us the opportunity. So now a lot of people, we see that people was lazy, people was not moving enough, people was not laying out enough. So now me and my uncle, we see somebody coming with rebar. I go in the front, he goes on the back. We start pushing the people. So people start getting out of carrying the rebar. So now we start taking over. So now we're in charge of buildings. We start being in charge of grouting the panels or whatever. It's a lot of little things. But now we start getting in charge. We start doing the stairs. We start doing the housekeeping pads for the equipment. Now we start cleaning the job. And the GC start liking it. So the subcontractor, like, who's this guy that's getting it done? Blah, blah. So now we start getting promotions. Now we start making $20. And it goes on. And finally, after finish that job, I went to this gentleman that he was the general now. His name is Randy Barnhill. I went to him. I'm like, look, man, I just turned 18. But it was a couple of years later, right? I just turned 18. I need to. So he's like, no, fuck, I don't know. No, man, you got to go. I'm like, no, man, give me another chance. I need a chance. I need to turn my name into Victor Galvan because I'm working on the Victor Rodriguez. I need opportunity. And he gave me the chance. He sent me to Miami. And he like, go to this guy, Brian, and you're going to learn from him. And everybody says he's the lowest, but he's the best teacher. I'm like, fuck, you send me with the best. So I learn as much as I can. And guess what? I took over. I took over on the Tilt-Top side. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that when you do something, this is a message for a lot of people that like to do things half-assed, you know. When you do something, do it right, even though it's something that you don't love, it's okay. Something good will come out of it. You will get into a habit of doing things right, and that is gonna help you for the next thing that you're gonna do that you love, right? So, so there's a lot of story behind all that, and that was a little bit of my life in the construction industry, from going from the nursery to the construction, and now into the ownership of one of the most successful companies in Central Florida. Actually, number one in the state for tilt-up and concrete right now. So, you know, there's a lot of little details that I can provide and give you, and knowledge and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I need to just slow down a little bit. I got a movie, I got a documentary coming that is going to show all the struggles, the hard work, dedication, and the wins that I had in my life. So I recommend this movie for somebody that can believe on what he wants to do, but he's not sure on how to do it. Just watch it, commit, go all in. That's what I can tell you right now. But until you watch it, that's when you're going to understand and identify yourself with this story, that everything is possible, you know?
Yeah. So Victor has a documentary that is coming out soon. It's in the process of going to, its stages, for his documentary to be finished. So there's a lot of story in there that we were going to talk about on this podcast, but we decided to leave it out because we don't want to, give away the story that's being made already. So those are the reasons why we kind of went from, just him coming to America and starting working here, but there is, and I've already seen clips of the movie. There's a huge story there that you guys will definitely appreciate. The hard work he had to go through just to get to where he was, even starting from the bottom in America. But anyways, I just wanted to make sure we got that clear. And we got to talk about the development of your 24/7 mindset. We got to talk about what gear went inside your head that said, "Hey," I know it happened to you at a young age, obviously, but what was that gear that kicked in? You were like, I can't be like everybody else. Like, you said it a couple of times in your story. I'm off so far away. Sorry. You said it a couple of times in your story, how you thought you knew that you were somebody different. So that different is the mindset that came into your head, which you now call the 24/7 mindset, because you created this mindset to push yourself past, other people. You didn't want to be the normal guy. You wanted to exceed everything, which is the 24/7 mindset. You made yourself better by creating this mindset for yourself, and you used it to push yourself through all the tough times, all the work, anything you needed to, all the goals you needed to go reach. You used the 24/7 mindset for that. That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah,
I want to talk about
100%
that.
agree. So part of that is that inside you that doesn't let you believe, or that inside you that hold you from taking the decision. The 24/7 mindset mentality is that the inside you that doesn't let you sleep, that pushes you to be different. So we all have that person inside us. It's up to you if you really want to listen to it. The person that want to be different, the person that wants to take over, the person that always want to do better, want to do more, but you never end up doing it. You just wanted to do it, but kind of want it and never end up doing it. So I always remember that I didn't have time for options. I did not have times to see, let me just stay home. Let me stay a little bit more in bed. No, I'm like all in, get up and figure it out, because that 24/7 mindset inside of me was forcing me to be different, and that's what I've been carrying for all my life, and I still have it. I pray to God that I work when I'm sleeping. That's how committed I am because of that 24/7 mindset inside of me, pushing me every day. And I also, I have a heavy schedule. I schedule myself too much, so I don't got time to think and start thinking on stupid stuff that can get me in trouble. So is that's the 24/7 mindset that I believe and I create that helps anybody to make sure listen to the inside you that wants to do things different
Yeah.
and really do it.
Keep
Really do
yourself
it.
productive.
Yeah,
Victor
really
Victor
do it.
runs how many businesses you run now?
Right now, probably about 6.
All right, so Victor runs 6 businesses. Okay, just let that sink in for a little bit. He runs 6 businesses, and he's still making time out of his day to show you how the mindset he's running in his head to keep him going, and that she's trying to teach everybody about the 24/7 mindset, and how to achieve your goals, and six businesses running is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys run your own business and have one business, and you can see how much time and effort and everything you're putting into those businesses. I can't just imagine how 6 businesses run. Now, obviously, he has, he puts people in the right place, so he can't be everywhere at one time. So, he's a good judgment of character. Victor finds the best workers, the best employees, the best leaders that he can find to put them in their places, so they can run his business through his vision, and so he knows the business is being run correctly. He has his own little tools that he uses. We're not gonna get too much into that. Those tools. I know you're talking about what was the tools that Brandon would use, and the paperwork you had me sign and stuff like that to know if I'm a
Oh, the R3s.
R3s. Yeah, there you go.
Oh
R3.
no, yeah, you gotta use what's up there. You gotta have mentors. You gotta have all that. But before I go into that, it's just I give you one sample: the 24/7 mindset. How many people wants a nice car?
Everybody,
right?
Yep.
But why they don't get it? Because they're fucking broke.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But why they don't push the inside, the 24/7 mindset that they got? Okay, what can I do different? How can I force myself? Can I wake up early? Can I go and find a different job? That's the 24/7 mindset I'm talking about. That person inside you that want the car, you want the same motherfucker to come and push this guy that wants the car. Okay, how you gonna get it? Figure it out, right? That's what we're talking about.
It's like a trainer. So you're lifting weights, and when they tell you, "Come on, one more rep,"
Yeah,
same difference. And it's not even it's even like starting another job. A lot of people get stuck in the mouse wheel where they go to the job and they just want to work, come home. There's no passion to pursue your dreams or your calling. Like if you're into sewing and stuff like that, creating clothes and selling them on the side, using the power of the internet to create money, even if you're only making an extra $200 or $300 a week, that's savings. Add that up. That's something that can buy you something later in the future. But like I said, there's plenty of other things that you can do. Everybody has a talent. Again, I'm not trying to be religious, but God gave everybody a gift. And it's up to you to find what you're good at and what your gift is, and to present that to the world. That's the way I look at everything when I say that. But anyways, I just wanted to get that across.
Beautiful.
Thank you.